My name is Margaret, 66 years old, and I've spent my life weaving a modest tapestry in this quiet town, where the rumble of my sedan was my independence. I sit in my worn rocking chair, the ophthalmologist's note about my worsening cataracts crumpled beside me, staring at a voicemail I left for my daughter, Laura, asking if I could move closer. When I couldn't drive anymore, that request became my anchor, but her delayed response hints at a rift widening. My heart trembles with longing and fear, the future hazy but my resolve growing. I settled here 25 years ago, a widow raising Laura after her father's heart attack. The sedan, a reliable Toyota I maintained myself, ferried us to school, the library, and her dance recitals. I worked as a seamstress, my fingers nimble with fabric, saving enough to keep us steady. Laura blossomed into a confident woman, moving 180 miles to the city for a finance job after college. We stayed connected with letters and calls, but my world narrowed as arthritis stiffened my knees and my vision blurred. The doctor's diagnosis, advanced cataracts, no more driving, struck 2 weeks ago, shattering my routine. Losing the ability to drive hollowed me out. That sedan was my freedom, my link to the grocery, the church, the clinic. I tried the local shuttle, but its erratic schedule clashed with my appointments, and taxis ate into my fixed income. Neighbors pitched in, but their concern felt like charity. I called Laura, my voice unsteady. "Darling, I can't drive anymore. Can I move closer to you?" She paused, her tone hesitant. "Mom, let me check with James. My apartment's cramped." The call ended, and her silence since then twists my gut. Does she see me as a liability? That night, sleep eluded me. I replayed her reluctance, my pride battling desperation. I texted, "Laura, I just need to be near. I'll find a place." No answer. I pulled out old photos, Laura's graduation, her wedding, clinging to our bond, but the gap felt vast. My friend, Helen, suggested a retirement village near Laura's city, and I researched it, finding a cozy unit for $1,100 a month, manageable with my pension. I contacted a realtor, Susan, who offered a tour, my plan budding. Yet Laura's consent felt crucial. The next day, I visited the clinic for a mobility check. The nurse, Karen, recommended a cane and a transport service, but my pride recoiled. "I'm not that frail," I protested. She smiled, "It's for safety, Margaret." I accepted the cane, ordering it online, my savings thinning. Laura called back, her voice tight. "Mom, James says it's too much. We'll visit soon." His influence irked me, and I wondered if he viewed me as a financial drain. I masked my hurt, "All right, take your time," but the doubt lingered. At home, I prepared. I sorted my sewing kits, packing cherished patterns, a legacy I longed to share. Helen brought groceries, sensing my unease. "She'll soften," she assured, but uncertainty gnawed. I wrote a letter to Laura, outlining my plan, the unit, my budget, my need for closeness, keeping it warm. I mailed it, awaiting a reply. Susan called, setting a tour for next week, and I agreed, my move creeping forward despite Laura's silence. The ripples began quietly. A neighbor, Ruth, mentioned Laura's Instagram post, bragging about a bonus, no hint of me. I scrolled through, seeing her polished life, and felt a pang. I posted a vague Facebook update, embracing new horizons, its likes from old friends reaching 250, comments like, "You're brave," lifting me. I saved them, my spirit strengthening. Karen suggested a support circle, and I joined, meeting women with similar family strains, their stories a solace. Laura's visit arrived a week later. She came with James, their sleek car a contrast to my quiet street. "Over tea," she said, "Mom, we love you, but my place is tight. Maybe a care home." James nodded, "It's practical." I stiffened, "I'm not ready for that." The air grew heavy, and they left, promising to reconsider. That night, I wept, my pride bruised, but my need for her deepened. I called Susan, confirming the tour, my autonomy clashing with reliance. The tour day came. The unit was snug, with a garden view, but solitude loomed. Susan pointed out a craft room, and I signed up for a quilting class, my hands finding rhythm. I texted Laura a photo, considering this. "Your thoughts?" No reply. In class, I met Joan, a widow whose daughter had mended ties after a move, her tale sparking hope. I tweeted, "Golden years, golden choices," hinting at family ties, its retweets hitting 1,500. Comments cheered, "You've got this." I saved them, my voice emerging. The next family gathering, a cousin's picnic, became my stage. I attended with Helen, my cane a subtle declaration. Laura and James were there, their smiles strained. I mentioned the unit casually, and James frowned, "That's a big shift." Laura stayed quiet. My plan was forming, a mix of self-sufficiency and family nudge. Her hesitation hurt me, but my new path promised strength. The picnic marked a turn, and I awaited her next move, support or silence, with cautious hope. She wouldn't expect my resolve, and I was ready to see it through. The picnic's strained silence still echoed as I rode home with Helen, Laura's quiet nod and James's frown looping in my thoughts. I woke each morning in my new apartment, the cane propped against the wall beside an unanswered call to Laura, symbols of my fragile hope and steady resolve. The family divide, Laura's reluctance, James's pushback, my quiet strength, had widened, and I was ready to mend it or forge my own path, turning her hesitation into a personal victory. The road ahead felt unsteady, but my spirit held firm. The days after the picnic brought a blend of progress and unease. I settled into the apartment, arranging my sewing machine by the window, the garden view a small solace. The quilting class became my haven, where I stitched a quilt, my fingers finding rhythm again. I texted Laura, "Settled in. Come see me." Her reply was brief, "Maybe next month, Mom. Work's hectic." The delay stung, but I pressed on. Helen helped unpack, her encouragement a anchor, and I enrolled in a shuttle program, my independence reshaping. Laura's call came midweek, her tone guarded. "Mom, James is worried you'll rely on us. Assisted living might suit you." I gripped the phone, "I'm managing fine, Laura. I just want closeness." She sighed, "We'll talk more." The call ended, her distance growing. I contacted Aisha, a friend and legal contact, who advised recording our conversations, and I logged the next call, her voice softening slightly. "I'll try to visit," she said, leaving me in limbo. At the community, my roots deepened. The quilting group showcased my quilt at a fair, earning $250, and I donated it to the center, my presence solidifying. I posted a Facebook update, stitching a new life, its likes from old friends hitting 350, comments like, "You're amazing," boosting me. I saved them, my story gaining traction. Aisha suggested a vlog, and I recorded golden threads, hinting at family challenges, its views reaching 1,200. The tension escalated. Laura visited with James, their visit tense. "Over tea," she said, "Mom, we love you, but our schedule's full. A care home could help." James added, "It's less stress." I bristled, "I'm not helpless." They left, promising to rethink, but their stance hardened. I sent a polite letter via Aisha, setting boundaries, my resolve firming. The community center offered a part-time craft instructor role, and I took it, a $500 monthly boost easing my budget. My influence grew. The quilting class expanded, and my fair wind drew local press, a small article praising my spirit. I tweeted, "Aging with Grace," sharing my journey, its retweets hitting 2,500. Comments cheered, "You're a role model." I saved them, my voice strengthening. Aisha warned of family pressure, and I documented calls, my shield ready. The next family event, a niece's birthday, became my stage. I attended with Helen, my cane a quiet badge. Laura and James were there, their smiles tight. I mentioned my instructor role casually, and James muttered, "That's a lot for you." Laura stayed silent. My plan was taking shape, a mix of self-reliance and gentle push. Her rejection hurt, but my new life promised resilience. The birthday marked a turn, and I awaited her next move, support or withdrawal, with cautious hope. She wouldn't expect my tenacity, and I was ready to see it through. The niece's birthday party's tense murmurs still lingered as I returned with Helen, Laura's silence and James's muttered remark replaying in my mind. I woke each morning in my apartment, the cane resting beside a stack of unanswered messages to Laura, symbols of my persistent hope and hardening resolve. The family chasm, Laura's wavering, James's opposition, my quiet strength, had reached a breaking point, and I was ready to force a resolution, turning her reluctance into a moment of reckoning. The path ahead was fraught, but my determination burned brighter. The days following the party brought a surge of momentum. The craft instructor role settled into a routine, my $500 monthly earnings stabilizing my budget. The quilting class grew to 15 members, and my latest quilt, a vibrant patchwork, won a regional contest, earning $400. I donated half to the community center, my influence solidifying. I texted Laura, "Won a contest. Proud moment, join me." Her reply was delayed, "Congrats, Mom. We're swamped." The distance ached, but I pushed forward. Helen suggested a family mediator, and I contacted one, Diane, who offered a session, my plan gaining traction. Laura's call came unexpectedly, her voice strained. "Mom, James is upset about your move. He thinks it's a burden." I steadied myself, "I'm not asking to live with you, just near you." She sighed, "He's talking legal steps if you push." The threat jolted me, and I called Aisha, who advised documenting everything. I recorded the call, her tone softening, "I don't want this, but he does." I wrote a calm response, mailing it via Aisha, my stance firm. Diane scheduled a mediation for next week, my hope flickering. At the community, my presence expanded. The center hosted a craft fair, and my quilt display drew a crowd, a local news crew filming a segment. "Margaret's resilience shines," the reporter said, boosting my profile. I posted a Facebook update, "Crafting my future, it's like soaring to 500, comments like, "You're a star," warming me. I saved them, my narrative strengthening. The vlog, Golden Threads, gained 2,000 views, and I added a clip about family ties, its engagement growing. The tension peaked. James called, his tone cold. "Margaret, back off. We'll seek a restraining order if needed." I froze, then rallied, recording it for Aisha. She drafted a counterletter, asserting my rights, and I sent it, my defense hardening. Laura texted, "Mom, I'm sorry. He's out of line." Her apology offered a sliver of hope, and I replied, "Let's talk with Diane." The mediation loomed, a potential turning point. The center offered a workshop slot, and I led it, earning $300, my confidence surging. My influence rippled outward. The news segment aired, and calls came from craft groups, inviting me to speak. I accepted one, a $1,000 honorarium padding my savings. I tweeted, aging with valor, sharing my journey, its retweets hitting 4,000. Comments lauded, you're unstoppable. I saved them, my voice resonating. Aisha warned of James's escalation, and I logged interactions, my shield growing. The mediation day arrived. Diane facilitated at a neutral office, Laura and James on one side, me with Helen on the other. Laura spoke first, Mom, I want you near, but James. He interrupted, she'll drain us. I countered, I'm self-sufficient. I just need family. Diane proposed a compromise, weekly visits, no cohabitation, and Laura nodded, but James resisted. The session ended unresolved, tension thick. I vlogged, family bridges, hinting at the clash, its views hitting 3,500. The next family event, a cousin's anniversary, became my stage. I attended with Helen, my cane a quiet emblem. Laura and James were there, their demeanor guarded. I shared my workshop success casually, and James scoffed, nice hobby. Laura whispered, leave it, James. My plan was evolving, a blend of independence and emotional leverage. Her hesitation hurt, but my new life promised empowerment. The anniversary marked a shift, and I anticipated her next move, alliance or alienation, with cautious optimism. She wouldn't expect my endurance, and I was prepared to see it through. The anniversary's tense whispers still lingered as I left with Helen, Laura's whisper to James a flicker of hope in my heart. I woke each morning in my apartment, the cane beside a framed quilt photo, symbols of my journey from rejection to resilience. The family rift, Laura's struggle, James's retreat, my quiet triumph, had reached its end, and I was ready to seal it with understanding, turning her hesitation into a shared victory. The path had tested me, but my strength prevailed. The days after brought a breakthrough. Laura called, her voice soft. Mom, I'm sorry. James overreacted. Let's try visits. I teared up, I'd love that, darling. She agreed to bi-weekly meetups, and we planned her first visit. James remained distant, but his silence suggested surrender. I invested my craft earnings into a community garden, a $300 donation cementing my legacy. The center named a plot, Margaret's Patch, a public nod to my spirit. My influence blossomed. The workshop slot expanded to a monthly series, and I led it, earning $400. I posted a Facebook update, Roots and Resilience, its likes hitting 700, comments like, you're a hero, uplifting me. I saved them, my story complete. The vlog, Family Bridges, reached 5,000 views, and I added a reconciliation clip, its warmth spreading. I tweeted, aging with love, its retweets hitting 5,000, comments cheering, inspiring. I saved them, my voice eternal. The next family gathering, a holiday brunch, became my stage. Laura arrived alone, her smile genuine. Mom, I'm moving you to our guest list, she said, hugging me. James nodded from afar, his acceptance quiet. I shared my garden plot, and the family cheered, my triumph public. Reflecting, my revenge was redemption, her initial rejection stung, but my move and persistence mended it. If you've faced family strain, this is for you. Share below. Subscribe to Revenge Tempest for more triumph tales, and hit the bell for updates. Until next time.